Hey, all right. You know where to find me. bmangolftti. Today's program, keeping up with the honor of Black History Month, two of my favorite people. One I've known since the 4th grade, and one used to change his diapers. That's right. You're going to meet Lacey and Jason, his son, and we're going to get some candid answers from them about golf and what could have been and what should have been. It's all there for you. Enjoy the time with a father and a son. Well, good afternoon, golf fans. B-Man, that's right, bmangolftti, celebrating and honoring Black History Month. I'm going to treat you to an episode with my buddy since the 4th grade and his son, Jason. I refer to Jason as Stick Daddy because the first time I saw him hit a golf ball, I said, let me just put my stuff back in the car. This is not going to be good on the old men today. But and he didn't even care. He didn't crack a smile. He just knocked the dog snot out of the ball. I was like, oh my God. And I'll tell you something, Jason. I don't know, boy. That was PGA distance. That was PGA distance. You hear me? Yeah. But anyhow, good afternoon, gentlemen. This is a father-son tag team. Let's get into it. You ready to rumble? Yeah. All right. Lacey, you got a great son. I'm not going to beat him up too bad. But if he beats you up, you just have to take it. Deal? Jason, how old were you when you first started playing golf?
I would say probably about 4. My dad started taking me up to Anson Dam, probably about 4 years old, playing on just practicing on the driver range. Yeah,
Wow.
about 4 years old.
Wow. Good dad. Look at him smiling. I didn't realize that. But when you really learned how to play, what was your, well, let's do it this way. What was your lowest score at 10 years old?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What was your lowest score at being 10 years old for 9 holes?
For 9 holes?
Yes.
Jeez, probably like 50s, low 50s.
Low 50s as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Now, when you really learned and started learning how to play, what was, I would say, your lowest score in your teens?
My teens? I was able to get into my 80s in my teen years, probably like.
Wow. And your 20s?
Yeah, my teens, I was probably hitting like 80, 89, 88.
All right. And then in your 20s, how did you progress?
I got down to about 82.
Yeah?
So it was probably one of my best scores.
Yeah. And the first time you beat Pops?
Yeah, that's a long course.
Oh, wow. And the first time you beat Pops, what did that feel like?
It was amazing. Best day of my life.
Best day. Can you elaborate a little bit on the round itself?
Man, it's been a while to remember when I first beat him. I know I beat him at Hanson Dam one time. He wasn't too happy about it. I only beat him by a stroke. But I think actually the happier time that I was is when I actually scored a hole in one because he still ain't.
He put a 1 on you, Lace?
Yeah, you put a hole in one on me. I'm still waiting.
Oh, wow. So now, you guys play how often together?
Well, now my job, like I don't get to come play as often as I used to, but we get out once a month, twice a month if we're lucky.
If you're lucky, okay. And usually, who comes out on top nowadays?
It goes back and forth. I'll beat him by a stroke. He'll beat me by a stroke. We'll end up tied. It's back and forth every time.
Yeah.
We're usually within a stroke of each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that tells me that.
I got the long game. He has the short game, so it's like, like I'm 1-2, but I 3-putt and he puts 2, so that's usually
That's how it comes out. Oh man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, Lacey, when you play your son, are you nervous?
No, I'm nervous.
He knows from the beginning of the game he's gonna whip me.
Yeah.
He just knows that in his head. I'm gonna beat you, boy, till you practice.
You guys are funny.
You practice the short game. I'm gonna beat him all the time.
It's my short game that's been saving me lately.
Ain't that nothing? I find that
For sure.
just such a treat that a father and son can enjoy this game, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and you're able to still smile at one another and shake hands. I don't know what that is. Maybe Christmas is coming and Jason needs an extra something, or Father's Day is next and Jason needs a. But your camaraderie is just really together. Between the two of you, what do you like most about golf? Anybody can start.
Yeah, well, I like, the trash talking and the competitiveness that we have. You want to beat me, and I want to beat him.
All right, Jason.
We have fun out there.
All right. He's being very modest. So, can you give me an example? As your dad said, we love trash talking and camaraderie. Can you give me an example of what the trash talking may sound like if you're getting on him?
If I'm getting on him, honestly, I don't be talking trash. I know as soon as I start talking trash, that's when I start doing terrible.
Oh, wow. So Pops is out there.
Be quiet, and then I'll see what happens at the end of the game.
But I'll be talking trash all the time. I'll be very confident that he's not going to beat me, even though he beat me.
And I'll stay quiet, and then when we get close to the round, like, okay, I'm up by 2 strokes, let him keep talking.
Dang. So he doing his rendition of Earl Woods on you is what he doing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, Lacey, do you talk while he's putting?
Sometimes.
All the time.
Ah,
He tell me, hey, Dad,
that's funny.
when I'm getting hit my shot, I said, I'm sorry.
Well,
What you doing?
We could have turned pro if he'd have put more time into the game, like I told him, because he can really put that ball out there and straight at times. When but the short game has always been his.
I'm gotten better at my short game. It seems like my long game, sometimes I try to kill it a little too much, and I come through and kind of block myself out, and I ended up it'll start off straight, but then I end up kind of tapering off to the right a lot of times. So it's just a little bit of fundamentals I have to work on with my long game, and I think I need a stiffer club because I swing too hard.
Jason, it's funny listening to you right now with this deep, deep voice you have. Because I don't know if you remember, I don't even know if you even remember the song. We were at a restaurant and you started singing, there's this story, or whatever it was. No, it was the minnow would be lost. Do you remember that? I can't remember the words, but boy, you made me almost wet my pants. Folks, he was at one end of the table, I was at the other end of the table. He just broke out of this song, and I was just listening to him, and snot was coming out my nose. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was something. Do you remember? That was a funny night. Okay, one last question. No matter who goes first. If either one of you had to give a golfer a tip, beginner, intermediate, even an advanced golfer, what tip would you give?
Me personally, I would give it to just make sure if it's something that you want to do, take it seriously. Because I think that was one of my setbacks and my downfalls, like especially through my teenage years. Like golf wasn't something that I took seriously, and if I did, I'd probably be a millionaire right now playing on the tour.
No, correction.
People around me that have made it. John used to play at Hampton Dam. He became, a PGA golfer. I think his first tournament he won $2 million. Like, I felt like that could have been me. But I didn't take it seriously. So if it's something that you want to do, take it seriously. Treat golf like a job. Spend 6-8 hours a day at the golf course, sun up to sundown. Just do it like it's a job that's actually paying you, because eventually it may end up paying you really good.
Well, I was going to say correction on what you were saying when you said I'd probably be a millionaire by now.
Yeah.
We would be millionaires by now. We.
That's true. I would share the love.
And Lacey, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I guess at this time I would say, the best thing for me to tell somebody to do, if you're going to play the game, put the time in. You put the time in, you're going to enjoy it more. And if you are having some problems, don't be afraid to go and take some lessons. And that way, that will put you on the right, to work on those parts that you have a problem with. And I think you're going to have more fun out there playing, because you know how to actually play the game. Thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you guys. All right. Pretty good. See you. Father and a son. So glad we were able to get this one in. Black History Month, real important, and it carries a lot of value and a lot of weight. When you look at the people that have spent time with the B-Man on this program and what it was like for them coming up, much the same as what you can find in any part of the country in the past, present. We're trying to change the future, obviously. Because like B-Man will always tell you, putt 'em like you own 'em and rock the baby.